I was born in Berkeley. Well, my parents were students at the University of California, Berkeley, living in the old village, which, by the way, was Quonset huts left over from the military. And I received a mission call.
Where did you go?
I served in what was then called the North German Mission, with headquarters in Hamburg, Germany. It included the northernmost part of then West Germany. Of course, East Germany was a separate country, but it also included Berlin. So I served for 6 months in Berlin and for 18 or 16 months in the other part of West Germany, North German Mission. Berlin actually was the most fruitful part of my mission. Probably, we had between 200 and 220 missionaries serving in my mission during the period I was there, and roughly 45 to 50 in Berlin. Berlin was one of 2 stakes in the mission at the time. Typically, half the convert baptisms, as I recall, were from Berlin. So an assignment to Berlin was exciting, adventuresome, and it was also laden with opportunities for baptism. Now, having said that, we had roughly 200 missionaries. We also had roughly 200 baptisms per year. So this was not a mission that was experienced lots of convert baptisms. I did have the opportunity to teach a number of people who were baptized largely through, frankly, member missionary efforts. 3 actually in Berlin, and in Schleswig-Holstein, the northern part of Germany. I had the good fortune to be introduced by a member family to a neighbor family. The neighbor family had 6 family members who were of age, all of whom ultimately joined the church, were baptized. And it's been very satisfying to me to stay in touch a bit with the family and monitor their progress over the years. Well, my first job per se was between 2nd and 3rd years of law school, when I was invited to be a summer associate, sort of an internship program at a San Francisco law firm. And Nancy and I were married that summer, the beginning of the summer, and then I began that summer internship. And we lived in the Berkeley ward, which was just a magical time for us. Elder Nelson extended the call, and then he had another 70 with him who he was training. And the 2 of them congratulated me and said, "We've been doing this for a long time today, interviewing all of these brethren. We're going to take a walk around the Overlook Chapel where this took place. We're going to walk around twice, and when we come back, we want you to tell us who your counselors are." So I had that period of time to reflect and give them names of counselor candidates. That's the way it worked. And I'm very grateful to Craig Stewart and David Stevens for agreeing to accept the calls. It's particularly under the circumstances when there was little time to reflect. Well, I'm fond of saying, only half tongue-in-cheek, or maybe I should say, not really tongue-in-cheek, that I believe that the Oakland stake is the center stake of Zion. There's a breadth of experience here in the Oakland stake that's not to be found anyplace else I know of in the church. A breadth of experience in terms of missionary work, socioeconomic situation, academic background, wealth and lack of wealth, people just coming to this country, sometimes without proper documentation and trying to find their way. And the challenge and opportunity that we have is to bring together this very, very diverse but extremely talented group of people and together experience the gospel of Jesus Christ in a way that's vibrant and moving forward. And I'm convinced that this is just an ideal place, perhaps the ideal place to experience the gospel, to raise a family, and to see the full range of church in action. This is not a gated community stake. This is a stake that just jumps out and grabs you by the throat and will drag you in and give a person a range of experience that is unparalleled as far as I can see, any place I've been or that I know about. If a person wants to simply be insular and keep to himself and have people exactly like him and experience the church and the gospel only that way, well, the Oakland Stake is not a place for you. But if you're interested in seeing the full range of gospel in action, and the church moving forward, progressing, growing, developing, this is the place to be. So I had the great good fortune of inheriting this kind of momentum and enthusiasm and history, and I'm just trying my best to hold on by my fingernails and continue what I've seen happen under the administration of President Severson, with whom I served for 7 years. And I just would hope that I could continue some bit of the same momentum that I've seen him display, and President Anderson before him. My goodness, President Hoops, still, I'm taking notes on how he does things. When I grow up, I'd like to be Ren Hoops. Well, if there's really one message I'd like to convey is I believe in the Oakland Stake we have 11 jewels, and each one adds something unique to the crown. Each one is its own thing. Each one's precious, and each one contributes to the jewels sitting next to it. No ward should try to be like the other, nor does any ward or branch in the stake diminish from the rest. It's just inspiring to see people live out their lives in this variety of languages and backgrounds and wards. And I consider myself privileged to have been a member of the Berkeley ward twice, the University ward for 2.5 years, the Oakland ward, the Pleasant Hill First ward, the Walnut Creek ward. I guess I missed the Lafayette Orinda ward in the good old days, the Moraga ward now. But I feel like I'm a citizen of all of these. And as we call people, invite people to serve outside their wards and experience something very different, it can be challenging, but it also is broadening and will leave each of us a more interesting human being and a more well-rounded person, and I think better able to serve our Father in heaven and ourselves collectively as we move forward. That's a great blessing of being part of the Oakland Stake. Maybe not the only blessing, but a great blessing.